Hello, ladies and gents and everyone in between, and welcome to this short review of week 4 of 2018. First things first, Black Lightning. Anissa's sexuality was finally brought to light, I guess. And it was so great. It was so unproblematic for everyone. You know, her being a lesbian is already established. Everybody already knows about it. Everybody's already okay with it. And it's just so amazing and refreshing. You know, it starts out, she has a different girlfriend than what we've been told is going to be her main romantic relationship in the show. And Anissa seems very, like, scared of commitment, which is not an uncommon thing for anyone, right? Not, you know, of any sexual orientation. And then, you know, also, and her powers she's started to, like, realize she's got some powers and is a little bit excited about it now. So that's exciting. And again, Black Lightning is just a great show and you should watch it. I make reaction videos, shameless plug, link to my reaction videos down below. Also this Friday, One Day at a Time, season 2 finally came out. I binged the shit out of that, was up till 3 a.m. So good. This show manages to be funny while also dealing with some serious issues. Immigration, gun control, mental health, and, you know, we got to see Elena embrace her identity. It touched a little bit on preferred pronouns, you know, he, him, she, her, they, them, and we got to see Elena have a love interest. And it was just so cute and innocent and awkward and amazing. And just the way that her family accepts her. You know, there is some drama with her dad that spills over from last season, but it's dealt with pretty well, I think, and it just, like, strengthens the bond between her and her family. Get your tissues ready, though, because there's some heavy shit in there amongst the humor and awesomeness. Also, going back to the Nomi storyline on Grownish. Last week I told you she had a boyfriend that is also bisexual and kind of scared her a little bit because of this double standard between bisexual women and bisexual men. And I was kind of looking into it and I thought that, you know, hey, this bisexual representation is awesome. When in reality, you know, I've seen some people talking about how maybe it's not the best. Yes, it's there, but it is really skirting on the trope of bisexual promiscuity, which sucks because Nomi has had numerous partners. These partners have not been named, and so, you know, that's, but, you know, also, I in, like, their defense, I guess, it's college, she's new to college, she's, you know, feeling free, and I think that can be said for, like, a lot of people, no matter their sexual orientation, because, you know, you're free, and a lot of people kind of come into their sexuality in college, so I don't know, it's really skirting there, and you know, people have good points. I love reading other people's opinions and views on things because, you know, it can change your view, help you understand other people's point of view, and or, you know, really cement your own. I hope that this isn't the last that we've seen of this, of them talking about this double standard between bi women and bi men, and this kind of internalized biphobia that Nomi is apparently experiencing. Because I think that's something that needs to be addressed and is really interesting. In what's coming up in entertainment news, I came across an article about a show called This Close, which is about the relationship between a queer man and his best friend, who is a female, both of whom happen to be deaf. And so I'm really excited to kind of look into that. It's on something called, the channel called Sundance Now, which is probably like premium cable or something that a lot of people probably don't have access to, which really sucks because representation for differently abled people sucks, and then representation for queer differently abled people is probably almost non-existent. And so I think that looks really interesting. I'm definitely going to try and look into it, see if there's a way I can find it, because it looks really interesting. And I'm going to put a link to the article below that has a trailer for it, and it looks really interesting. So I hope that people can kind of spread the word about that and find a way to get the word out. So kind of switching gears now, in super bummer fuck heteronormativity news, the US is not as progressive as a lot of people might have thought, in that there have been 2 cases so far where same-sex couples, one of which one partner is a non-US citizen and one partner is a US citizen, have 2 children, and one of their children has not been allowed American citizenship. This has happened to a lesbian couple and a gay couple. And the gay couple, everything about their family is recognized in Canada. The lesbian couple, everything about their family is recognized in the UK. But they're trying to get citizenship for their children in the US and are being blocked because one of the children is biologically related to the non-US citizen parent, and one of the children is biologically related to the US citizen parent. And so one of the children is being granted US citizenship and one of the children is not, because of a stupid, patriarchal, heteronormative statute in the law that says, that has to deal with, I just like, I don't know how to explain this, and it's so frustrating because it's so stupid and outdated, and it requires the parents, first of all, to be married. The State Department is trying to say that these children were born out of wedlock, which is not true, because these children were born while their parents were married, and both parents, both same-sex parents, are the only people written down as parents on these children's birth certificates. And so these children are living their lives where one of them is a US citizen and the other one is, you know, on a tourist visa. And the only way that the State Department is saying they can get permanent citizenship is if the other parent adopts them or takes them in as a stepchild, and that child gets a green card and is an immigrant to the United States. Which is ridiculous, because these children were born in wedlock to loving parents who have been their parents for their entire life and are their parents on their birth certificate. I'm gonna post a couple articles about it. They both have the legal complaint that has been filed, and they're kind of long, but they're actually really interesting and ridiculous. So I encourage you to read them, read up, spread the word about it, and you know, be aware if you find yourself, you might be in that situation. I don't think I did a very good job of explaining that, but it's ridiculous. Okay. So now let's move on to awards season. Oscar nominations are out, and there are a few nominations of note. Dee Reese, who is a writer and director, she's been known for Pariah and Bessie. She's been nominated for adapted screenplay for Mudbound, and her cinematographer, who is Rachel Morrison, is the first female cinematographer ever nominated for an Oscar. So that is a huge deal, and I hope she wins, because equal work, equal recognition, equal pay. Pay gap sucks. Fuck the patriarchy. And also, Yance Ford, who is a transgender man, got a nomination for direction in a documentary film, which has really nothing to do with him being trans, but the fact that he's trans and is nominated for an award is huge. But the film was about, is like an investigatory documentary into the murder of his brother and the issue of race and social justice in America. The movie Fantastic Woman was nominated for a foreign language feature, and that has trans actress Daniela Vega, and it's a Chilean Spanish language film. Daniela plays a trans woman that has to deal with accusations after her lover is killed. And so I think, and so more and more, you know, get out there and support content from marginalized communities, and, you know, and content creators from marginalized communities, and get them known, and just, you know, get this industry more inclusive. Finally, personal gay news. Again, I'm still riding the high Flozmin from Las Estrellas. It is getting serious. It is getting heartfelt. I'm crying. It's amazing. It's a lot, but it's amazing. It was requested that I make reaction videos to it, and I did make one reaction video to a part 93, which everyone was yelling at me to like start there doing reaction videos. Unfortunately, that show just doesn't really, I feel like, isn't gonna do well with reaction videos, but I did make it, so I posted it anyway, link below. And another Rainbow Witch merch thing that I got is a poster of this picture, and I'm really excited about it because it's a great picture, and I reached out and Twitter came through and found the artist for me, and I'm gonna send the link to you so you can get that or any of their other great art, because fandom is awesome and the creativity of people is astounding and inspirational. So that's all I have this week. Again, if you can think of something if something happens in this next week that you think I should know about, tweet it to me. My DMs are open on Twitter. Send it to queeryouryear@gmail.com. So go out, make this year queer, live your best life, and spread love.